All right, my Forex family, this is Sydney Guajardo coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. And we are the trading places. Let's go look for some charts. Or let's go look at some charts, I'm sorry. Did pretty well this morning. The last trades I bought, or the last trades I did. Pretty darn good day. Went up 2% in a few minutes, well, a few hours. That's what it's all about. I don't think the market is doing much right now, so let's see what we can look at. All right, gold. Kind of did some markups already. We do have a long trend here for sure. It is going along, right? Now it did test here at 1786.41. It's not moving. If it does break through, let's take a look here. Whoa, where are we at? Whoops. I think we did something wrong. Let's open that up again. Sorry about that. Let's move this back up here. All right, so we've kind of been on the upside of things with gold. We've got a long way before it tests this. This is a really good test right here, this support line. But as of recent, it's kind of been. That's a good test line for support, but it's been in this little range here. Let's do one more. And it's kind of busted through there on this resistance line, but I do see that it's kind of gone into consolidation right here, and it could be wanting to break out, which let me see, did it test over here? Was this a test? It's kind of a test right in the middle of consolidation, so this could run. Let me see. I think it could run. Let's break it down here. Let's go to a 60-minute chart. Yeah, I think it's I would wait. Let me see. It did break here, but look, there's this one little test here. This was an all-time high. 1788, hadn't been there in a while. So we do have a couple of dollars before it gets to where it is now, 1786. So I would suspect that it's going to test here and probably drop. Maybe test down here and go back up. But let's wait till we see some action. So what I'll do here is I'll first, let me just, it's in this direction. It is going along. Okay, so And let's bring it back to live right there. So if you kind of take a look at it, it's been kind of moving here in an upward direction. So as text, I want to put it down here. Wait till it gets, wait to see if it, yep. Right there. So this is what we're going to test. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 1788, right around there. That's where it's got to test to. Now, is this, yeah, look, you see, so this is another candle just opened, and it's going down. So I don't know if it's going to reconsolidate here and then jump up to here and test down. This is very important. This line is a support line for it. This line here, let me see. $17.84 is a very important one too, because it tested here and bounced and went back up. So I mean, it could test here. I mean, we could be doing consolidation. We just don't know yet. But wait to test 1788 and then go long if it continues that trend. Looks like it may go, guys. So let's look at US 30. All right, so let's erase all this. All right. Let's take a look at a bigger picture here. Okay, so this is where we are now. Oh, let's yeah, put this line here. Okay, it touched here, touched here, touched here. It's touching here. So whichever way it goes, this is a very important line right here too. This US 30 did have a pretty good day today. Let's find the trend. Oh, not there, right here. The trend is long. Okay, but how long is it going to go? Now this has there's a major test line right here. Nope. There's a test line. Where did it touch here? Touched here. I'm going to keep it there because it bounced from here and it went up. These here, what it does is sometimes the banks will take pending orders. It'll take stop losses out. So this is a test line because it's actually tested and it went back up as a good support line. And it went back up, and here's another one. The Forex is not going to pay attention to your rules, but it's going to get pretty close. So we'll call this an imaginary line, which is a resistance line. And it pops. So here's what my prediction may be. Okay. Right here. If US 30 breaks 26,320, it will go long. Now this could be, Now you have to monitor it, okay? But if US 30 breaks 26,320, it's going to go long. But you still have to keep in mind this is a very good resistance line as well too. It bounced and went back down. It did here too. And so did it do here. So just be very careful where you go, because this thing could bounce and come back down. This is very tricky because there's a lot of resistance here. Because each and every one of these lines that I just put up, it bounced and came back down. So I think depends how this closes out. It's probably going to go long. If it stays bouncing here, it's probably going to go long. So that's what I'm thinking here. All right, let me move this over. Let's go look at, let's put this back on the 60. Yeah. All right, let's go to Eurodollar. That was my trade earlier this morning. So had a pretty good day. Had some ups and downs. But all in all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I took this around 5 this morning. So it's 13 hours ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got it right here. I just took it. And it worked. Until it does. Everything works, right? Until it doesn't. But this right here is a major resistance line, and it popped. Let's just kind of take a deeper look here. All right. Look at that. It popped right here and came back down. Major resistance. So I just kind of caught it on so this, more than likely, let me see here. Yeah, there's a major support line there too. This thing could bounce, take off this way. We'll have to see. This is an old note. So Eurodollar, let's see what it does overnight. If it breaks this line here, it's probably going to go long. Let's put 113,300. If it breaks 113,300, we're in business, boys. Oh boy, I can't spell today. Okay. So if your USD breaks the 113,300 resistance, it will go north. So we just have to wait. It's got, I don't know, 20 pips to get there. So anyway, let's move on. Dollar yen. That one was going the opposite of euro yen today. I did very well on that one. So let's erase this one. Let's see something here. Let's erase this here. Okay. Let me expand this out a little bit. Let me redo these lines. These lines, I don't know, they kind of, well, they do kind of match up. I'm gonna leave them there. That's a pretty good support line. It broke this. Boy, let me see if it bounced anywhere else on this here. That's a pretty good support line. If it breaks, it looks like it just turned green, so it may want to go back up. This may want to go down. I have to look at all the yen pairs, see if there's any news on yen. But that's a pretty good support line there. I definitely wait on this one. Let me see. Let's look at something here. It's a pretty good resistance line. See if this breaks through. Put this back up here so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, if it breaks, USD JPY breaks, whoops, 107. Okay, I have a good idea. It's going to probably take it short. We could be still seeing the start of a new trend here, right there. I think this is consolidation. Let's use this right here. So this consolidation or accumulation. And sometimes it'll break your support a little bit and bounce back up. And they have to, in order to generate a new trend, they have to accumulate our money because it is between us and the banks. So the only way they do that, take people out, is by taking out their stop losses. So the only way banks win is if they do the opposite of what you're doing. So what they're doing here is when they're going north, they're taking out everybody's stop loss here. And they're making you believe that they're going to go short or long, and then they go short. And they'll go past resistance or support, collect some more stop losses, and they just accumulate between support and resistance and then start a new trend. This is the trend that they were trying to break right there. So this Forex is just full of support and resistance, and it's pretty exact for the most part. If we're to go back a long ways, you can see that it did break, that this was some sort of test, and it'll bounce and it'll come back. But anyway, so if this thing breaks, I'd be looking for USD JPY to go short for sure. Let's move this out of the way. USD JPY. Let's go here. Let's make this a 60. So, whoops, not that. Nope, I want to do this. So it looks like it's starting to go short here. So just keep that in mind. You're taking this. See how I just took some people's money here? That's what it's going to do here. So I'd wait till here to take the trade. Yeah, this is a very important number right here. 107,290. So we're about 10 pips away from it doing that. Okay, let's see. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm sorry, that's 80 pips away. Oh, that's right, yep. That's where you'd want to take it right there. and it's going to run. So 107, right there. I'd write that down for you guys. Let me just write this down. USD JPY. You put a pending order. 107,290 short. I'll put that as a support. And then it'll run. Let's look at a couple more. Euro JPY. All right. Let's take a look at a longer chart here. Let's look at 240. Let's put this in the middle so we can see what we're doing here. Do some erasing. I did it this morning. Shouldn't have done that. Dang it. Okay, so let's see where we are. Are we on some type of support or resistance? Yeah, we're pretty dang close. So it bounced and it came back down. Let's look for another one, a good one. Well, it's kind of, this is kind of weird here. These are pretty good support and resistance lines right here. Guys, I think that it's going to, yeah, let's leave this here. So I think this is where we are. I think it's going to bounce here and continue to go long. I would wait for why isn't this thing moving? Dang it. I don't know if it's my battery, but we need for it to bounce off of this and go long. Because if you take a look at it, it's been moving along for a week. Okay, it did go long today. As a matter of fact, I think I took this trade. Yeah, I took this trade. And it bounced off of here and went up. I think it's going to bounce off of this. I could just wish I could just see this dang number here. You know what I'll do? It just won't do it. Look at that. Let me try backwards. Let's see if it does. Gotta be more than one way to skin a cat here, right? Trying to get to right. Oh, look at that. Is something else. it just hovers around it. Look at that. Anyway. I'd like to be exact on this. Just not working. So let me see if we go to a 60, if this line will be there, this middle line. There we go. All right, so this is the line that I'm waiting for to bounce off so it can go long. Okay, so let's bounced off of here. You know what? Let's erase this. And I'm going to find another line right there. That's a lot better one. So this may have bounced and already starting to shoot up, but I would wait till it gets to here, which it looks like one, 2, 1, 3, 8, 0, and then take it north. I think it's going to go that way. So let's do it that way. 121380. Okay, so we do that. Let's put this down here. Here again, and I think if you look at this, even though it's turning, this is up, this is up, this is up, it is definitely gonna, you gotta find out a perfect entrance for this. And I think it's gonna be the 12138. I'm gonna write that down. And it's 121380 as your support, and I think it's gonna go long. So, all right, guys, we went through a few pairs. I have a meeting with the Australians today, so very important meeting. So, I'll be giving you my results. And that's just proof that you're taking advice from a professional trader, because I definitely do it for a living. So anyway, guys, it's a crazy world out there, so be nice to people, help people that can't help themselves, treat your family members like you do your neighbors, and everything will be just fine. It all comes back around. So just do what you love, and hug one another, and love your family, because they're not here forever. But anyway, I appreciate you letting me into your lives, helping you with Forex. And anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. Thank you. Bye-bye.